Hi, and welcome to the Warhammies. Today we're going to be covering Darktide's new crafting update. If you find this video helpful and you want to catch more 40k content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. So what I want to bring you today is just a simple guide on this new update. It can be quite daunting, there's a lot of pop-ups, and when you go into it you're thinking, where have all my blessings gone? My recommendation is when you load in, before you go to Hadron, open up your inventory, and you'll notice there's a new Masteries tab. When you go to this tab, there's going to be an absolute bunch of weapons here with different scores. You've got your ranged weapons and your melee weapons. So for example, we'll take my Blaze 4 sword here on my Psyker. You can see that it currently holds a mastery rank of 11 with a certain amount of XP to reach the next rank. Now there's multiple ways that you can level up this XP. Firstly, you can just play the game with the weapon and that will level up, or you can sacrifice weapons to grant XP. Now I'd recommend when you sacrifice a weapon, I would always sacrifice the same weapon as the one you want to upgrade, specifically because you get, I think it's about 5 times more XP. It has to be green or above in terms of rarity. When dealing with the new blessing update, what I've got here is a weapon that I've already gone through, which was level 11 when I got it, and that was because previously I'd unlocked some blessings. However, when you arrive, there will be a bunch of blessing points here and no points into any of these perk trees. What you have to do is work your way around by selecting the perks that you want. Now to start off with, you have to level 5 individual perks before you can get the rank 2 version of the blessing, and this will be denoted by this wheel on the side. The first one will have 5 pips, the next one will have more, the third will have more, so it means you have to continue to purchase perks at lower levels before you can then jump up to the higher ones. So if I quickly show you my heavy sword here, I've never used it. I've got a total of 3 total points, and as you can see this is kind of the first level blessing that I unlocked. I need to do 5 for that to turn into the 2. I think my Devil Claw sword is an example of that. Yep, so this one, I've just done the first 5 pips and had a 6 perk point to spend, or blessing point I should say. And you continue around this wheel and it will allow you to purchase the second level of the perk. So going back to my 4 sword, when you select these perks, that's it. Once you have it, it's brilliant. You can then go to Hadron and select the blessing. Now that's a really important point here is, well, while this 4 sword that I'm using is a very high tier 4 sword, I won't have access to perk rank 4s until I'm rank 14 in the weapon. Let's show an example of what you'll meet when you go to Hadron. So going to the Shrine of the Omnissiah, you have the similar things of Entreat and sacrifice weapons. We take my Blaze 4 sword here. Now this is one I had prior to the update, and you can quickly see that my damage is 70 out of 80%. So essentially when I can level up the weapon to its new max rank of 500, it can upgrade each of these little pips to their final point. But to do that, I'm going to require a higher mastery level, because my sword is only level 11. And having a look in here, I don't have access to rank 4 perks, because again, the sword is only level 11. But moving through, in terms of re-blessing, if I click on Deflector here, not that I'm going to change it because I have a higher version of it, all the ones that I've selected on the Masteries section now appear available to unlock. Now one perk about this new system is it actually shows you what perks can be equipped. That was always an issue I found when these were all just question mark boxes and you'd sit there and go, what am I looking at? And it helps you really focus on potentially what build you want for a weapon. We'll have a look at sacrificing weapons now, which is one of the ways you can level the weapon up. So if I go to my Blaze 4 sword and hit continue, I recently purchased some from the weapons vendor right behind me to show you. As we can see, we've got one weapon here, which would show us plus 9,000 XP for a green, and plus 18,000 for a blue. And that would level me up one whole level. Now when you have a look at, say, a green weapon that's not from the same weapon family, you get a lot less XP. So my recommendation is, if you're looking at trying to brute force level a weapon with just using plasteel and purchasing the grey versions, make sure you're buying the weapon family that you want to upgrade. What we'll do is we'll select this and hit continue. Has this little list as well before you go through, and that's really important to make sure that you're sacrificing the weapons you want to sacrifice. Hit sacrifice, and there we go. My weapon level is now 12. So going back to the Blaze 4 sword, if we back all the way out of Hadron, Suddenly my Masteries has got a nice pip on the Blaze 4 sword, and we go to the Blessings menu. Now you can see here, because I've gained from rank 11 to 12, I've gained 4 blessing points. Next level, I would unlock 5, and at rank 13, I suppose, is the sort of point where you can level up to the perks that you really want. But anyways, now that I have 4 blessing points to spend, I can have a look. Now realistically, I can't level up Deflector because I haven't got this to the rank 4 version. But you level this up by buying some other perks. So for example, we've got Shred here. We spend a point in Shred, and you'll notice the circle on the left has gone up. I'll then just level up Uncanny Strikes, because at this point I'm just kind of wasting perk points to try and level up. Get some extra finesse damage, and I've got 1 more blessing point to spend. We'll chuck it into Riposte. And there we go. When that spins around, I've now unlocked rank 4 blessings. So when I get this weapon to level 13, I will finally be able to purchase Deflector 4. Now sometimes your blessings won't save, and I found an easy way to deal with this is just to remain on the screen to let it tab up at the side over here, wait for it to go, and then back out. And that seems to save the blessing points as they currently are. But when you join in for the first time, each one of these will have a bunch of these pip points. That's a brief rundown of the new Blessings update. A nice simple, quick and easy guide and an explanation of what can be quite a confusing thing when you first join. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to catch more 40k content such as Darktide build videos, you can subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, and happy hobbying.